Today I'm going to be presenting an old laptop I found and fixed up with used parts. To start, it's a Toshiba Satellite 4010 CDS Pentium 2, 266 megahertz. Originally this machine had 32 megabytes of RAM, but I maxed it out to 160 megabytes. Also had a 4 gig hard drive with Windows 98 on it. I replaced the hard drive with the 30 gig hard drive, and I installed Windows 2000 since the drivers from Toshiba were giving me a lot of problems with Windows 98. I'm basically using this machine just for some old school gaming and emulation. First, we'll start out with the Mac OS emulator I put on. Get some volume. Let that load. I'll zoom in on some of the icons. I got 4 disk images. One is just filled to the top with classic games. I had some. Got Space Junkie. That's one of my favorite games from the 90s. And if you notice that line in that screen, that's because the LCD panel is damaged. I'm hoping, when I get money, I'll get a new LCD panel and get a working battery for this laptop. Another neat thing I got on here is ClassWorks. I grew up on this in elementary school. That's all we used to do our work and stuff. It's basically like Microsoft Office on steroids. You could do word processing, drawing, painting, spreadsheet databases, and send faxes. Back in the day, I had a Macintosh Classic. I actually used ClassWorks to send out some faxes. For now, we'll just get out of the Mac emulator. We'll show off some of the other emulators. Also, I have a USB game stick right here. I have it set to work with all my video game emulators. Works just fine. Let's load up Nintendo. For the Nintendo emulator, I'm using BioNES. We'll do Mega Man. Mega Man 3. It's kind of hard to play it one-handed. Alright, that's enough for that. It's really hard to play one-handed. Next emulator we could do is the Atari 2600. What game? Let's do Asteroids. If I can find it. Crap, it's crashing. There we go. Oops. Now this emulator I'm still working the bugs out of because I can't figure out the controls with it, but some games work, some games don't. So let's get out of that. And the Atari emulator I'm using is Stella XV 1.12. I got a bunch of ROMs for it, so if anyone knows of a more stable and easy to use emulator, please post a comment in the video. Next we'll move on MAME32 Multiple Arcade Machine Emulator. I got a bunch of games on that. The one I like to play most is Asteroids Deluxe. I also play Frogger on there occasionally. Now this emulator works 100% with the joystick and the keyboard. So we had to put some money in. There it is. This is basically Asteroids with slightly better graphics. Oops. Let's see if I can play one-handed. Oops. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's check out Frogger. See if I can play that one-handed. That might be a little bit easier. Press any key. Add some credits. Ah, crap. Just to let you guys know, I suck at Frogger. Yep, there it goes. Let's go again. Again, I'm sorry if the camera moves around a lot. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's do Sega Genesis. Now I'm using Gens for my Sega Genesis emulator. Let's see what version. Yeah, Gens 2.0. It emulates Genesis, Mega Drive, Sega CD, and Sega 32X. Really old version. Now we'll play really popular game, Sonic the Hedgehog. Do full screen, Alt Enter. Yeah, I'll probably get killed. Alright, that's enough of that. Alright, let's see what's next. Let's do Sega Master systems. I really don't care much for this system. This is basically like a Nintendo with Sega Genesis games. We'll do Sonic Spinball. It's the game I only play off of this system. Again, this is extremely difficult to play with one hand. Alright, that's enough of that. Alright, let's do Game Boy. Now this one, I'm still working the bugs out, but I'll just demonstrate a game playing. Because it does skip a lot, I gotta just fine-tune it, see what's going on. Let's do a game I hadn't played since I was like 12. We'll do Pokemon Gold. So still trying to get the joystick to work with this emulator. Let's go next, just for demonstration purposes. Focus. That's enough of that. I still got a Game Boy Advance emulator. I just played Mega Man on it. I'm still trying. I got the keyboard portion working. I'm still trying to get it working with my joystick. So let's load a ROM. We'll do Mega Man. If I can freaking find it. Crap, I think the ROM got deleted. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, I'll just do Mario for demonstration purposes. Now this one still does skip a little bit. I don't know if the CPU can't handle it or what, but that's on my list to fix. We'll just get out of that. Now let's do the Super Nintendo. We'll load Super Mario Brothers. That's what I was playing earlier. Wait, I think it's labeled Mario. Yeah. And I just died. Okay. Alright, now that's it for the emulators. I do have some old school games that used to come with Windows 3.1 back in the day. We'll do Jizz Ball. This game's freaking addictive. Object of the game is to shrink all the squares without having the balls hit the line. And to pass the stage, you gotta clear at least 75% of the screen. Oh. Alright, I just lost. Next game, this doesn't come with the Microsoft Entertainment Pack. I got this off an old CD back when I had Windows 95. It's called Diamonds. You gotta just knock bricks out. It's really addictive too, as you can see. Alright, that's enough of that. I also got another good game. I basically got all the classics on here. Where is it? There's Chip's Challenge. Another neat little game. I gotta turn the music on. You gotta love these old early 90s MIDI soundtracks. That's enough of that. And here's another addictive game. I see different online versions. It's called Super Collapse. It's from like early 2000s, 2002 to be exact. Object of this game is just to knock blocks out, like here. Alright, that's enough of that. You guys get the idea. So yeah, that's about it for my gaming rig. If you guys Want me to test out some other games? I'm pretty sure I have all the NES, Super NES, and Atari games on here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.